Okay, in our last few videos what we really did was we set up a rough database. Some of you may have actually gone a few extra steps and cleaned it up a little bit. If you did, congratulations, good for you. Our next videos are actually going to be about queries, forms, and reports. And the reason queries, forms, and reports are important is because they actually provide data to our end user. Now, as much work as you did with this database, if you're providing no data to your end user, then it does you no good at all. So before we start, this video is actually going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to do a few more little cleanup things, because if you do have a rough database, you really need to clean it up, because how good your database is determines the level and the completion of the data that your end user sees. And it also helps with keeping everything straight, and you'll see why that is in just a moment. Okay, so first of all, I've started off by deleting all the relationships. You'll see why this is in a moment, but if you're following along and you want to do this part too, you can go ahead and do that. You'll see this is actually an exact replication of the database you're using. So we're going to go ahead and save this, and we're going to close it for now. And we're going to start with our customer table, and we're going to go into, first I want to show you something. Notice here that I have FL and F lowercase l in a couple of these places. Now I did this on accident, first of all, but I'm actually going to use it to prove a point to you later on in the queries video. So just go ahead and make note of that now, and I'll come back to it later. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to design view, and you'll see that rep number right now is a text. Now rep number is one of our foreign keys, and what we want to do with this right now is we're going to make it to where Access will only show us the values that are available to us. We don't want to be able to even enter a typo and have it be okay. We want Access to show us exactly what values we can use. And this is helpful if you have lots of rep numbers, for instance, and you don't want to have to guess anybody's rep number, and you don't have to go back and forth between the sales rep table and look at it. You just want to know right then and there. And this is also more for end users too, but you'll probably like it. Okay, so we go to rep number, data type, we'll go to Lookup Wizard, and this will pop up a little wizard. We're just going to answer the first one. The first option's okay with that one. The value we want is actually in the sales rep table, because that's where the primary key for the rep number is. And of course we want the rep number. You can double click or click the little arrow, whichever one you like. We'll hit next. We want to sort it, and it shows us what's in there right now. We have 20, 35, and 65, which is okay. Hit next and finish. And it's going to prompt us to save, so we're going to do that, and we're just going to save it. And what this actually does, if you go look at your relationships, is it actually creates the relationship for you. Now to fully make it functional, we need to go ahead and tick enforce referential integrity. And of course, you'd always make sure we save and close first, but I'm actually not going to worry about it right now, so hit OK. So let's go see what happened there. So let's scroll over, and now you can see instead of having to type a data, we can still type if we want to, but what it's going to do for us is it'll give us a nice little drop down menu, and for every new data that comes up, we can, instead of having to go choose and look up each rep number, we get a nice little list to choose from. So that's some damage control right there for future use. You can do this for pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be another value. You can even create your own list of little values you want. If you always wanted to use Florida, you can make one that just says Florida for state and force it to be Florida. And if it wasn't on that, then they can't use it. Simple as that. This is also true with any of your values in any of your tables. So let's go ahead and go to our order line table, and we'll use this one more time. So here we have order number, part number, and both of these were both typed in originally. There's no little drop down list, as you can see, but they are both technically foreign keys. So we're going to go ahead and fix that right now. Let's go to design view. You can see they're both listed as primary keys, but they are indeed each foreign keys in this table. But it is a composite primary key, so don't get confused. It's okay. So order number, I'm going to go to Lookup Wizard, hit next, and of course it's in the order table. So our order number, I'm going to go ahead and slide it over to our selected fields, hit next. Next is okay. These are all the values we have to choose from right now. Go ahead next and hit finish. And it's going to want to save. Just say okay. And we'll do the same for part number. Lookup Wizard, and of course it's in the part table, and part number, next, next, next. And you can see this is a pretty simple process. Doesn't require a lot of work either, which is probably the best thing about it. And now we have a nice little drop down list for each of our part numbers and order numbers. So when we're entering new values, all we have to do is choose an order number, choose a part number, and then number ordered and quoted price. This way we literally cannot make errors when it comes to typos, because all the values we have to choose. We're not even allowed to enter a value that isn't already in the table as a primary key. And like I said, this is all being done for the end user, who technically right now is actually you. And so these are all optional ideas. But it is very good, and you can see it's pretty simple to set up too.